Hello and welcome to the Uncalled For. We have a great show planned for you tonight. So, hello everyone in the chat. Good to see you all here. I think this is going to be an interesting and a fun one. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing tonight?
Well, now that everything's working, because 10 minutes ago it's all broken. But yeah, okay.
We're all here. That's a good sign. So far, so good.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
If it ain't broken, it's not working properly.
I really can't subscribe to that. I'm going to push back on it. No, I don't want it to be broken.
No. You don't want to see me cry. It's not pretty.
We've had so many months of it not being like this is rough because everything usually runs a lot smoother.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm going to give up and go back to the other one soon if this one doesn't iron out. But like I was saying, we know the creator and stuff now, so we should be all right. We'll see how we go in the next week.
Yeah.
Excellent. That'll be so good.
It hasn't killed us yet. We could give it another week.
Exactly.
It's trying though, is it not? It's trying like hell. It's messing with everything.
Yep.
It is. It's bad, but we've got it. So, should we just dive right into the show? Do you want to tell everybody what it's about, Claire? I'll leave that to you tonight.
Well, okay. Oh, great. Yeah, because everybody just loves when I talk about Elon Musk, right? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Amy, for that. But anyway, I don't hate. Let's just put it right out there. This is not a hate stream on Elon Musk. This is actually a very interesting aspect of the whole situation came up. And it was actually about, it just happens to be Elon Musk because he happens to be the one who spent $44 billion on Twitter and has done quite a few things since then, not actually in the best interest of the platform that had its issues. Yes, it did, but was actually running and making somewhat money. Not as much money as they thought it should make, but a hell of a lot more than it's making right now. Because
yes,
there's some of the interesting twists on here. I mean, because everybody's like the pro Elon, and there is quite a lot of people that support Elon and are pro whatever he's doing out there. And I don't blame them. He had some great ideas. The talk that he put out there and the way that he advertised it was amazing. I was behind it. He wanted a more neutral platform. He wanted all sides said. He wanted more debate. He wanted everything shown and not be lopsided. He felt that the way Jack was running it in Twitter before was a little left-leaning and that the right didn't have much of a voice. But he's actually out there promoting and saying he wants free speech. But does he? Because his actions lately really are on the contrary of that.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, as a bear who know I don't hate Elon, but I do think he's a hypocrite. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Exactly. Sounds good. So should we go ahead and pull up that very first article so we can yes.
Which one was that? Like, okay, which one?
It's the one that was updating, I think. It was the
everything you want to know about Elon Musk. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, from layoffs to verification. So yeah.
Well, I love this is what I should have said. This is what I should have said when you asked me what the show was about. It should have said, "Welcome to a review of Elon Musk's Twitter, where the rules are made up and the check marks don't matter." because that's the opening line of that. If I've got the right article, that it just it was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah. But yeah. I'll let you carry on with that. I can't keep the snark out of it, so let's do the unbiased version and let Amy read the article.
Sure. And this is from TechCrunch. I do like that site. I've used it before. This is Elon Musk's Twitter. Everything you need to know from layoffs to verification. Welcome to Elon Musk's Twitter, where the rules are made up and the check marks don't matter. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO first announced his bid to buy Twitter in April of 2022, zealously driven to rid the platform of spam bots and to protect free speech. This is just my strong intuitive sense that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization, Musk said at a TED conference on the day he made his offer. I don't care about the economics at all. Even for one of the richest men in the world, $44 billion is a lot of money to cough up to buy a middling social platform. Despite his fervent declarations about expanding the scope and scale of consciousness through public discourse, the billionaire got cold feet. A month later in May, he tried to kill the deal, claiming that Twitter had more bots than its public filings let on. After a truly chaotic legal discovery process, which even included some embarrassing texts, Musk was forced to seal the deal. By October, the platform was his. Since Musk bought Twitter and took the company private, the news around the microblogging platform has been a whirlwind, rife with verification chaos, API access shakeups, ban reversals, and staggering layoffs. Most recently, Musk tweeted that he will transition from his role as Twitter CEO to serving as its executive chair and CTO. It was announced on May 12th that Linda Yaccarino would step in as the next Twitter CEO. Yaccarino will be leaving her role as chairman of global advertising and partnerships at NBCU. If you're just catching up, here is a complete timeline of what's going down at the Bird app, starting with the most recent news. So we've got July of 2023. Twitter Notes is back. Kinda. Twitter Notes, the feature that allows Twitter users to publish long-form content, appears to be back on track, according to a post from Twitter owner Elon Musk on Tuesday. Musk confirmed that the company's plans in response to a user's tweet, which claimed that the Twitter Notes project had recently been rebranded as Articles. On Tuesday, July 18th, user Fausto Chu tweeted that Notes had been renamed to Articles, signaling perhaps renewed development efforts on Twitter's part. His screenshot showed the Notes interface looking much like it did before, as well as other unlaunched features like Twitter Coins. Musk replied to the tweet confirming Twitter's plans. Twitter shares ad revenue with verified creators. Twitter will now pay creators for a share of the ad revenue earned from ads served in the replies to their posts. Twitter Blue subscribers who have earned more than 5 million tweet impressions each month for the last 3 months are eligible to join the creator payouts. According to Elon Musk, the first round of creator payouts will total $5 million and will be cumulative from the month of February onward. These payouts will be delivered via Stripe. Despite the program's significant payouts, some creators weren't happy and took their complaints to Twitter owner Elon Musk. In a series of tweets, Musk addressed creators' concerns over things like the types of accounts that were eligible for monetization, rate limits, and other issues.
Can I?
With the
Sorry, Amy. Can I just point out that Stripe is under the magnifying glass, huge for unbelievably nasty practices when it, as it pertains to refunds and processing fees and so on. No wonder they're in bed with him.
Yeah. Ouch. Interesting. So that's not good as well. So we've got some issues going on there. And with the announcement of new DM settings, Twitter admits to having a verified spammer issue. Starting as soon as July 14th, Twitter will introduce a new messages setting aimed at reducing spam in DMs by moving messages from verified users you don't follow back to your message request inbox instead of your main inbox. Only messages from people you follow will arrive in your primary inbox going forward. Notably, these changes will also now apply to everyone who has their inboxes open to allow messages from anyone. Before becoming pay-to-play, Twitter verification indicated a person was a public or notable figure of some sort, like a politician, celebrity, athlete, journalist, or other well-known individual. By making the verified blue checkmark accessible to anyone who purchased it, Twitter diluted the value of verification. That apparently escalated to the point that people have become bothered by verified users spamming their main inbox when they had set it to open to receive DMs from the blue-badged crowd. In other words, Twitter has a verified user spam problem. Twitter blocks links to threads. Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino is pushing back at reports that Twitter traffic is tanking as a result of the July 5th launch of a new competitor, Instagram Threads. However, on Monday, July 10th, users reported that Twitter seems to be selectively blocking links to Threads.net's website in Twitter searches, making it more difficult for anyone to surface conversations on Threads or locate users' profiles. Twitter threatens to sue Meta over its new Threads app. Less than 24 hours after Threads launched, the Elon Musk owned company accused Meta of poaching former Twitter employees to create the new platform. Twitter intends to strictly enforce its intellectual property rights and demands that Meta take immediate steps to stop using any Twitter trade secrets or other highly confidential information, Spiro wrote in the letter, which Semaphore shared online. Twitter reserves all rights, including but not limited to the right to seek both civil remedies and injunctive relief without further notice to prevent any further retention, disclosure, or use of its intellectual property by Meta. June of 2023. Only verified users will be able to access TweetDeck after 30 days from now. Only after swaths of users were unable to access parts of TweetDeck over the last few days, Twitter started rolling out a new version of the web app to users July 3rd. The company also added that in 30 days, users will have to be verified to access TweetDeck. This means only Twitter Blue subscribers, verified organizations, and some folks who have been gifted verification by Twitter will be able to use TweetDeck come August. Twitter limits the number of tweets users can read a day. This was interesting.
Yeah, this went over well. Holy.
Yes, it did. It went over like a lead balloon, pretty much. So this was good. Twitter limits the number of tweets users can read in a day. Twitter is putting limits on how many tweets its users can read as the social media platform suffers extended outage that has stymied users' ability to track new posts. Verified account holders can peruse a maximum of 6,000 posts daily, while unverified users must contend with a drastically reduced limit of 600 posts.
Mhm.
Newly registered unverified users face even tighter restrictions with an allowance of a mere 300 posts per day, according to Elon Musk. He has since increased the limit to 10,000, 1,000, and 500, respectively. Those read limits impacted TweetDeck users in particular, reporting major problems, including notifications and entire columns failing to load.
Oh, way to suck the social out of social media, idiot.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Right.
it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Or in trying to turn it into what was a free platform and try to run it like a pay to play, because basically that's it, because it gets worse
That's
from
exactly
here,
it.
doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. It's funny. Yeah, he's just trying all these weird things and it's not really working. So, and then Twitter requires an account to view tweets. If you're not logged into your Twitter account or don't have one and try to view a tweet, you'll be presented with a sign-in screen. However, days later, Twitter silently removed the login requirement for viewing tweets. When Twitter started enforcing the login requirement, Musk said he took these temporary measures to prevent data scraping. The company hasn't made any official announcement about allowing users to view links when you aren't logged in or given any details on what measures it has taken to stop scraping.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
it's about data scraping, but we've done nothing about data scraping, and there was no plan to actually do anything about data scraping. And that's
Yeah.
just like that was the catchphrase of the week, apparently, according to Tech and some other articles.
Yeah.
That would be a new- because there is no plan on any of that. Because I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't about the Benjamins at all, right? Not
No,
even close.
Right.
it's got nothing to do with money at all. It's all about principle, Dick. Don't you know? Like, yeah.
Data scraping sounds quite nasty. Can you get
It
a
actually-
cream for it?
It actually sounds like there's something growing on his bum. Yeah, I seriously, I think so. I think so.
It does. Okay.
Sorry, Amy. I just can't. I'm trying to be as unbiased and serious as I can about this.
It's not a problem.
Actually not, but yeah, I'll do better. Sorry.
Okay, sure. But before I continue the article, I'm just going to clear up some super chats and things real quick.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you. We got one from that guy. He's been a member for 2 months. He gave us $2 American, says, "Hello, hooray, let the show begin." Thank you so
Yay.
much. And then he also had a second one and he had for $5 American, says, "Sounds like Twitter needs some roughage in its diet." And
Word.
I think you're right. And we were gifted 5 Shills memberships.
Yay.
Yeah, from Nils Item. Thank you so much. And I will get that list for you in just a few moments. Let me see.
awesome supporting the channel there. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
much.
you.
Big time. Big time.
Oh boy.
I don't have it even up in my Streamlabs, I don't think.
No, it didn't. But we've got Joe Frank, Mick Riley. It looks like Anne Louise and Justin's Beaver and Milky UFC.
Wait, Justin's Beaver? That's a
Justin's
great name.
Beaver.
Yes.
Yeah. They were all good Shills memberships. And thank you so much. And welcome to the family, everybody.
It's
So
like-
thank you.
I am so inspired by you, Amy. You're the consummate professionalism. You could say that without blinking an eye.
Yeah.
Like, I
Thank you.
damn.
Thank you. Yeah, these are great. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. That the names do crack me up. I'm
Yeah.
usually laughing afterwards, and you'll hear me. I get a stomach.
At least,
Oh my
they were
God.
names you could read, Amy. Have you seen some of the ones
Exa-
I
yeah.
get?
Yeah. Well, they weren't so bad. Like those are we get names like that all the time on that show. They weren't so bad, DK. But I hear you though.
There
He's
was
not
one that
used
was
to it
upside
yet.
down.
Yeah.
There was one that was upside down and backwards. How do you read that?
With okay, after the show, it's possible. Ask Dick. I used to actually read the messages in Ukraine. There's a way I could
Yep.
show you if
Yep.
you're interested. I could show you. It's not
Okay,
Yeah, not
because your
interested.
way
Not
might be
interested.
better.
okay. Then you then stumble, stutter, whatever the hell that was you did in the show. Have at it. Okay, go ahead. All right.
Oh my God! Yeah, there we go. But thank you, everybody, for your support. It's been wonderful. So thank you so much. So to continue on, now we've got some interesting things in here too. Subscribers can now post 25,000 character long tweets, which was kind of
Occasionally.
That's a
defeats the.
That's a
Occasionally.
short story. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You know, it kind of defeats the purpose of the microblogging, but
It
okay.
does. He gave us
You know.
longer tweets if you got a blue check because someone did actually buy that for my channel because I advertised on Twitter for the channel. So they gave me
Mhm.
they bought it for us, you know. So I wouldn't do that, but they did. And you could do 240 characters, but now you have to take it a step farther. You have to actually subscribe to channels to read the content.
wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there are Twitter accounts out there that if you don't subscribe to them, you don't get to read their posts.
That's
Wow.
ridiculous.
So they're making
That's
money.
very tacky. Yep, exactly.
Is that tacky
Yeah, no
or
thanks.
what?
Yeah.
Very tacky.
You know, that's what I wanted to say. They for a free platform and free speech, it's like he's definitely got the definitions a little backwards here. Just a little bit.
Just slightly. Just
Mhm.
slightly. And only the privileged can read your
Mhm.
tweets because you have to
Mhm.
you have to pay for it.
Because it's not about balancing the opinion. It's about, pay to play. That's all this is. Like that's the only way I
Absolutely.
can perfectly describe it is pay to play. Everything he's setting up is for that. As long as you're
Mhm.
on his side with the money. Like if you pay and jump through the hoops, you're going to get it. But
Yep.
otherwise, forget it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's just. So yeah, but
'Cause
that's
the free speech part is really funny if you actually at Elon Musk, right? And if it's something that he doesn't want to discuss, it's amazing how you can't get your tweet to post. It's really weird how that happens.
isn't that funny?
It just won't post. It just keeps saying retry, retry.
Well, it's funny too because, and we've discussed this ad nauseum before when we talk about the freedom of speech, about how Elon actually isn't really for free speech. He claims he is, and I know I'm going to probably get some flack for this, but yeah, he's one of those where it's free speech for me, but not for thee.
Exactly.
Sort of. So it's essentially like that because if you say if you are really truly for the freedom of speech, you also allow the pushback when you say something stupid. And
That's right.
he puts his foot in his mouth all the time. So, if somebody says something to him, and I see that so often, and it's the funniest thing about how people I'm all for the freedom of speech until somebody says something back to them.
Mhm.
So
Well, he's all for
Is that
freedom of
issue.
speech at like $8 a pop or $5.99 a line.
Yeah.
But how free is that? Like
Yeah,
really?
yeah. You want to be
like
free
how
to
can
Yes.
say
you
what you want? Pay me.
Pay me. You can say
Yes.
whatever you want as long as you're paying me. Yeah, exactly.
And I have noticed that his pricing policies, it's $8 on Windows machines, but it's $11 on Apple machines.
Oh, maybe
'Cause,
him
like-
and Tim
Yes.
Cook don't
So
get
there's a
along.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yes, there's
yeah.
a difference.
Can you tell who his friends are? Like, right? Like, all you have to do is look at who doesn't pay for anything. And you can see who his real friends are. Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. It's funny.
Mm.
Yep. So it's far more money on that platform. So if you have both machines, if you still want Twitter Blue, which I don't see the point in,
Mhm.
I just go on for cats. You know me. I just go on for my kitty cats mostly.
I
Every
will-
once in a while I venture out, but after that it's like, no, I've got to go back to just cats.
I will
It's
say,
ridiculous.
for someone like myself who makes a lot of typos, like I am like the typo queen, like it's just like it's terrible. The one thing you get with the blue check is the ability to edit your tweet for up to 60 minutes. So like if you make a
that's
typo
cool.
or put anything in there, or you got a piece of information that's not correct and you want to change it, you don't have to delete it, which everybody will come at you for deleting the tweet, and say, oh, dirty deleter or whatever. Well, you don't
Yeah.
have to make like all these other posts to correct it. You can just correct right there if it's within the hour. So that was like the only benefit that I've seen so far.
He
I-
did
yeah.
something right.
Yeah, I'm not totally against everything he does. If he would actually do what he says he's going to do, we wouldn't really have an issue. My issue is that he talks the talk and then he forgets to walk the walk. Like he puts it out there. He makes a little rumble about it. It's all a good idea. And then it just goes off the wayside. He doesn't do what he says he's going to do. But
Exactly.
Do you think that when he originally started talking about buying Twitter, that his plans were a little bit more altruistic, or just maybe he was actually being
Honestly,
meaningful?
I think he was drunk.
I
And
think
then,
when he
but
first,
then after he's bought it, he's just become like the biggest troll in the
well,
world.
I think
He
he's the
already
biggest
was.
troll in the world on purpose, because if you look at the history of it, when he first wanted Twitter, I think maybe you're right. He did have some aspirations for doing things a little differently and better. And he was looking at the idea of what he could turn it into. However, when they got into the negotiations and everything went sour, and it was actually going to cost him more money to back out of the deal than to stay in the deal, he's really looking at a $44 billion loss, which would have been even more. And he's going into it with a really bad attitude. That's my actual opinion of it. He doesn't want it to succeed now
Yeah.
at all.
No, he
No.
wants it to fail. He wants
Yeah.
to grind it into the dirt.
Because it was forced to buy it to save money. Because he would have lost more money if he didn't. Because everything went, along the day. He wanted it for the code and this and that, and he was finding out things that he didn't really like. It was overvalued for one, and he didn't want to pay the money for two. Some of the stuff that he said for getting out of the deal were correct, and I agree with him. They should have just let him out of the deal. But they didn't let him out of the deal with the cost-effective loophole that he needed. It was cost him more to get out of the deal than it would to just buy it. And so,
Now the funny thing is, you know what business is like. If he completely screws up Twitter and the whole thing collapses, there is the actual potential he'll come out with more money than he went in with.
it depends on how it's publicly traded in
Yeah.
shareholders. I actually see him being in a legal quagmire for quite a long time if he does keep going the way he's going. He's already got
I think
suits
so.
against advertisers are coming at him. He's being like, picky, choosy about one rule for you and not this rule for those. He's being, he's really being his own worst enemy as far as setting himself up for people to say stuff about it and actually maybe take legal recourse about it too. He does have to answer
Exactly.
the shareholders. I mean, Elon acts like an island, but he don't keep that money without people investing in him, right?
True.
Okay. He's a brand now. He's a brand, and he's not being marketed very well right now. And he's actually tarnishing his brand with these antics, in my humble opinion. From a business aspect of it, this looks bad. And you're right. If he tanks it, if the bankruptcy laws were like, but they don't work the same in billions and billions and billions. You don't really make any money filing bankruptcy like you do if you're smaller. Like, look at FTX. They ain't going to come out shiny on any of that. All right.
No.
It's like you get into the billions like here, and all you're doing is ruining your reputation. And you don't want to tank something and go through all of that and take that reputation hit when it's kind of iffy to begin with. So, I mean,
Exactly.
he's got a lot of money. He does. And he thinks he's untouchable. But reputations are touchable, and people only invest in what they can believe in. And I don't think people are believing in him right now. He's being a bit of a hypocrite. Not to mention a big man in diapers stomping around throwing fits all over the place. But, that's besides the point. It's not a good look.
No, it's not. It's not at all. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we did get a super chat in from Commander 401. Thank you so much, Commander. For 10 American dollars, says, I think Elon was a pouty little baby when he decided to buy it, and he never dreamed that he would be haunted every night with the sounds of Saudi Arabian bone saws. Thank you very much for the support.
There's one story out there that he wanted to prove that the bots were what were against Amber, and that bots were being used erroneously all over Twitter to change public opinion. And actually, when he got here and he found out it wasn't the bots, it was actually that was the public's opinion.
Yeah.
So that kind of went right down the line because
right out the window.
Yeah, didn't he come in and say the reason you got to pay to be verified is so we could get rid of all these bots and this and that the other thing? And then we're like, yeah, then how come you're verifying fake accounts that are making fun of your name? Like what? Hey,
exactly. That's exactly it. They're going across.
Did you see little dancing Elon?
Yes, look at his head just bouncing around in the bottom.
They're having
like
too much
that.
fun, Dick.
Yeah, I think so.
The troll snail has evolved.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Little twerp that he is. Yeah. And he peeks in and out. I like that. That's good.
Yes,
It does.
Yes. At least he'll answer this way. At least we got him on the show. He won't respond to any of the tweets or the requests. He doesn't take the call. I saw that one of the other mods had said it would be nice if he was here to defend himself. I'm like, yeah, that would be great. But he won't do. He would never do it.
He does come in, but every time he does, we seem to have technical difficulties, and he never seems to get on the camera.
Isn't it funny how that happens? It's so funny how that happens. We just can't let him in. I don't know. Yeah. Like it.
So does that mean he won't be on then?
I don't know, but don't be surprised if he steals his tech issue line for his next debacle on Twitter. Guaranteed we'll see that next week. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tech issue.
It was a tech issue.
Yes. So should we keep going on our article?
Oh, please.
Yes, because this is interesting. Twitter faces a $250 million lawsuit, ouch, filed by major music publishers. The National Music Publishers Association, representing 17 publishers, listed 1,700 songs for which it sent multiple copyright violation notices to Twitter. The lawsuit, filed in federal district court in Nashville, says that Twitter didn't take any action against these notices. The publishers organization said in the filing that it is seeking fines of up to $150,000 for each violation. The lawsuit alleged that the social network fuels its business with countless infringing copies of musical compositions, violating publishers and others' exclusive rights under copyright law. It added that, unlike its competitors TikTok and Instagram, Twitter hasn't struck a music licensing deal for the use of copyrighted music. Also,
at this point, we should say, coming soon to Twitter will be Dick Dawson's DJ night. Copyright free.
Hey, they're saying you can do spaces now where you can talk, but they're saying you're going to be able to do video talk soon. So that would be cool.
That would work.
That would be. You could very well do that. So there we go. And we also have, I did hear that. That's good. Your sound is coming through.
Good.
Yes, we have a super chat from that guy for $5 American. Says, great. Now I'm wondering if anyone sells an Elon Musk bobblehead.
I just said I want one of those so bad. I want an Elon bobblehead. Like that's how I picture him anyway. Like, so I would like
Yes, you can flick him in the head to make
so he's just bouncing all over the screen.
I like that. That's perfect.
It's a lot of fun to do, let me tell you.
Yeah. And Tom Lobos had mentioned earlier that it looks like a Monty Python skit, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now this is really bad. Now we're getting to one of the juicier parts here. Twitter is being evicted from its Boulder office.
Aw.
I know. Court documents show that Twitter owes 3 months' rent to its Boulder landlord, and a judge has signed off on evicting the tech giant from that office. In May, the landlord took it to court, and on May 31st, the judge issued an order that the sheriff should assist in the eviction of Twitter within the next 49 days, i.e., before the end of July. The case number is 2023 CV 30342 in Boulder District Court. As many as 300 employees once worked in Twitter's Boulder offices, but between layoffs, other firings, and resignations, it is probably less than half of that now. So less than 150 people left. But
Okay,
Wow.
so the richest man in the world supposedly is 3 months behind on his rent in Twitter, and nobody thinks he's not purposely tanking this company.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, how much does that show you that Elon really does not give a F at all? Okay, he's 3 months behind in a rental agreement and getting sued by the music industry. That's huge. Like
Yeah.
he ain't gonna
that
win.
is huge.
Nobody goes
not.
against the music industry publishers. No, don't do it. Like
The
they
RIAA have massively deep pockets. Come on.
exactly, and they are on it. They've got a form process for everything. Like look out, like
Yeah.
they'll bury him.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And Tony Regime says if they start calling the elongate, it will be a long, drawn out affair. Very good. Thank you, Tony. That's brilliant.
I like that.
Yes. That's perfect. So the next thing we have is window to edit tweets is increased to 1 hour for blue subscribers. The time limit to edit tweets has increased from 30 minutes to 1 hour for blue subscribers, giving users a bigger window to change their tweets and correct any typos.
Which is good for me.
Yeah. There we go.
But you know what it does? You can get yourself a check mark and you can put out a tweet that people will agree with and thumb up and like and blah blah yada yada, and then you can change it a bit to actually show that you're really a jerk and it's already been loved by many.
Oh,
right?
there you go.
Well,
Yeah,
after you're
Exactly.
60 minutes ready to edit,
Yeah.
once you've got all the likes and the shares.
yeah.
It's a common scam on Amazon. Somebody will sell a product that's good, and then they edit the product listing to put up a crappier product, and everybody goes, "Oh, it's got 4
Right.
stars."
Mhm.
Right?
And they
Yep.
buy it, and you don't get what you thought in the mail. Yeah.
Yep.
But here's the thing, like also a lot of people are complaining, and I've noticed it myself. Like I only really do some retweets based on shows and stuff that I do, topics that we're covering, and retweeting other people's streams and stuff. But I've noticed that the algorithm is changed as far as Twitter. I mean, I've got almost 3,000 people, but now my views are down, like on everything. It's like it's not they no longer the algorithm no longer loves me. And nothing else has changed except for his policies on, free speech and this, that, and the other thing. It's kind of weird. It depends on, who you're following and retweeting or going after. It's
Exactly. It's very strange.
weird.
Since I've stopped doing a good chunk of things on Twitter, I don't notice I don't think my engagements are up either. And
But here's the thing:
I haven't even looked at who follows me anymore.
when he promoted the verification and getting the blue check, like actually going through the process to pay for it, he did say that it was going to guarantee you more views and more exposure. But the opposite is happening. People are actually against it, and they're actually like there was some rumor that they were going to find a way to actually not see the blue checks. like if you had a blue check. So that would be detrimental and go against what he was trying to promote out there.
Mhm.
You know.
Exactly. So it's quite interesting what's happening.
Mm,
So yeah. Okay, so now Linda Yaccarino is officially Twitter CEO.
mhm.
Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino officially started her new gig on Monday, June 5th, according to a tweet. And she
No,
tweeted, it
they
happened. First day in the books. Stay
Mhm.
tuned.
can I tell you, Amy? I have inside information on this, and they all partied to "Yay, Yacareno."
Did they do the dance? Do you think they did
Yeah.
the dance? Oh my god, that would be so cool.
Do you think? Do you think Elon made her pay for a little blue check mark?
No, but I'm visioning Elon actually doing that dance. Like actually,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should make it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Make it bobble all over the screen.
With his little mariachi band.
Mm.
Yeah. Exactly.
We got to give him a South Park flapping head so he can talk. Hey, shut up there, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta animate him so you can drag him around and either have him talking like the Canadians on South Park, you know, where his head comes off.
Yeah.
Hey. That'd be funny.
We have the technology.
We do.
We have to.
We have to. That'd be so funny.
Here, he's our watermark for the show for the day now.
Oh god, there you go.
His ugly head.
I like that little tight lip grin. He's going a little.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the little sort of pouty thing.
Something
going on.
tells me Elon's not liking it. Yeah, Elon's not liking it. Yeah.
No, the thing is, he's saying at that moment in time, would you like a donut?
Yeah.
What?
Here, do you want to see something really funny? Watch this. Okay, hold on a second here. Let me get. Here we go.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah.
Make sure he's alive.
Oh
That's
no!
right.
Here goes the snail. Okay, look out, Elon! Look out, Elon! Oh no! Oh, slimed.
He
Oh,
got slimed.
what perfect aim that was too. That was brilliant. Oh, look
Okay,
at that.
Elon, get back in your corner.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's slimed. That was perfect. He's like, he runs off it. He did what you said, Dick. That was amazing.
You know, funny enough, Elon Musks are kind of like golden retrievers, and you can train them. Who knew?
Yes, you can.
Just snap. That's what we're all doing wrong on Twitter. We're not snapping, you know. Okay.
That's
There we
right.
go.
We're
Yeah.
not.
Walkies,
Yes.
walkies.
We need one of those cans with the money in it, like how you get them to stop barking or pay attention. It's just like, hey, you know, pay attention here, Elon. Like, what's up?
Yes, exactly. So it keeps going too.
Yeah.
Trust and safety lead resigns. Ella Irwin took over for Yoel Roth, who famously left the company during the early days of Elon Musk's chaotic Twitter takeover. Now we're down to May of 2023. Twitter launched community posts for images in posts. The latest features an effort to put more onus on crowdsourced moderation by allowing users to address scenarios of morphed images or AI-generated images across the platform where the photos are posted. The launch has come days after a fake AI-generated image about an attack on the Pentagon spread quickly as prominent accounts retweeted it. Wow. Twitter's new API tier costs $5,000 per month.
Yeah.
Twitter API Pro for startups gives developers the ability to fetch 1 million tweets per month and post 300,000 tweets per month and gives them access to the full archive search endpoint. Wow.
Yeah. It's the same thing that is going on over at
Reddit.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody want more money.
More money.
Yeah, what a way to. Well, there you go. So Elon's like looked at Reddit and thought, well, they're doing a fantastic job of killing that platform. I'll use that.
Mm. Best thing to do, you know, that's incredible. And now Twitter Blue users can now upload 2-hour videos. Twitter
What?
made changes. Yeah.
They're called movies.
Yes,
Yep.
they are. Twitter made changes to its paid plan, allowing subscribers to upload 2-hour videos, expanding the previous 60-minute limit. The company also modified its Twitter Blue page and said the video file size limit for paid users is now increased from 2 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes. While earlier longer video upload was only possible from the web, now it's also possible through the iOS app. Despite these changes, the maximum quality for upload still remains 1080p.
In the chat, Repo Sandman says, well, that's so Tucker can have a show.
Exactly. He's looking for a new platform and he's got his eye on Twitter. Yeah.
Exactly. So
There's
that's what he's
actually
doing.
some truth to that rumor a little bit. There's been talk, but the NDA kind of like, you know, the covenant not to compete kind of squashed it a bit.
Exactly.
I thought you meant you signed an NDA with Tucker Carlson or something.
You know what? If I ever met him, they would probably force me to. But
Exactly.
yeah, he doesn't want to have a conversation with me. I wonder why.
Yeah, you'd rip his NDAs right off.
Well, thank you.
There we go.
You'd be right about that, DK. You got that one right.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip the new CEO thing because we already heard about her. So now Twitter released its first version of encrypted DMs. Currently, this feature is only available to verified Blue users or accounts associated with verified organizations. Additionally, the encryption feature isn't compatible with group messages, and Twitter doesn't offer protection against man-in-the-middle attacks. Twitter now allows you to react to DMs with emojis. Twitter has introduced a new feature that lets users choose almost any emoji to react to a DM in a conversation. Previously, the company allowed you to react to only the most recent DM with only a select set of emojis. CEO Elon Musk tweeted that the new feature is rolling out with the latest app update. This is an interesting one, I think. I can see him jumping up and down on my screen. This is the more interesting thing here. And Twitter is purging old accounts and freeing up desired usernames, according to Elon Musk. According to recent tweets by owner Elon Musk, Twitter is purging inactive accounts that have had no activity at all for several years. He says, we're purging accounts that have had no activity at all for several years, so you will probably see follower count drop. So that's also interesting. Twitter is contemplating a cheaper verification plan for organizations. Twitter is thinking about an organizational verification plan that doesn't cost $1,000 a month. Over the Cinco de Mayo weekend, Elon Musk tweeted that the company is working on a cheaper plan for small businesses, but didn't give any details about the cost.
$1,000? The fuck?
Yeah, and don't even try to ask what you get for that. What the actual business gets for that, because it ain't much.
Oh,
I pity the fool.
That's what you get. You just get your check and you get
They
ball.
must be giving them some special placement in the algorithm somehow or something, because I can't see what they're getting for it. Because when he talks about verification, it can't stop anybody from trying to pretend they're them. Okay, because that's still going on left and right all over. But look at all the parody accounts. Like even the special prosecutor Jack Smith has one out there on Twitter that tweets every day, and it's not him. Okay, it's not him. Okay, it's like ridiculous. Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of Elon ones. You know, yeah. I don't know if it's going to increase their exposure or whatever. I don't know if they're allowed to advertise more often or what. These businesses for that fee. I don't know.
Exactly. And apparently this information comes because someone had asked him about this. This Joel DeTeve says, $1,000 a month is pretty steep for small business owners. Have you considered a sliding scale based on the number of associated users? And Elon Musk says, we'll have a lower cost tier for small businesses, but need to manage the onboarding of organizations carefully to prevent fraud. The $1,000 a month is meant for larger organizations, but still,
yeah, sure.
that's a lot. Wow. Twitter confirmed circle tweets were temporarily not private. Twitter confirmed a security error that made circle tweets surface publicly. TechCrunch reported the glitch in early April, but the platform confirmed the issue May 5th in an email sent to Twitter Circle users. In April 2023, a security incident may have allowed users outside of your Twitter Circle to see tweets that should have otherwise been limited to the circle to which you were posting, the email said. Twitter claims that the bug has now been fixed and that the team knows what caused it.
And this is the problem, is that you promote this stuff, like you can tweet in private amongst just certain people here. You can eliminate like anybody who's like coming in to cause you trouble or whatever, and keep it to just like your friendly people, and then it doesn't work. Like he promotes
Exactly.
it, people try to use it, and then he falls on his face about it. And when people say, well, that's just trial and error, you go through it, but that's a bad look in a business enterprise, okay? Especially when some of it is fixed so quickly, or they say they know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Well, that means you didn't test it enough to find out what the problem was before it went out there, if it was so damn simple. It looks sloppy, it looks lazy, it looks like they're just pushing stuff out, and that they're not taking care. It makes it look untrustworthy. It makes the platform look faulty and untrustworthy. He wants everybody to become verified. Do you want to become verified by a company that can't even protect their own tweets or their own data?
Exactly. It looks like Keystone Cops. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And we did get a super chat in from that guy. He says Elon's for $5 American. He says Elon's heart is in the right place, but his head is in space. True.
Well, I mean, he does all that perfectly fine. This is the interesting thing is, that SpaceX is running perfectly. It's not like he's using Kerbal Space Program to design rockets and they're not crashing it, dropping out the sky like dead flies.
Exactly.
The comparison is just, it's like you're not talking about the same person.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the real
Exactly.
clusterfuck of the whole thing. It's so strange.
Yeah, it's just great
It is
ideas, no
very strange.
real professional follow-up. And it's been a problem with a lot of stuff with Elon. He has great ideas. He puts the money behind it. He's altruistic, like Don Kid said. These great ideas. But if you aren't willing to actually be organized and actually not just like come up with the idea, throw us a little bit of money on it, and then get disinterested and walk around like a kid with like a new favorite toy, just move on to the next. And everything falls through the cracks and looks like crap afterwards. And this is what I mean about reputation taking a big hit. This is what his reputation is leading to.
Yep.
Now people are really starting to look at it, and how long can you stay one of the richest men around if people aren't investing in you?
Exactly.
His name's going to mean, tanked business pretty soon. Like anytime he goes to buy anything, people are going to be, we might as well leave now. It's all going in the toilet,
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be like jump the shark in media where you go too far, right? Pulling a Musk will be, 1 year in and watch it go down the drain.
You
That's
guys,
right.
you guys ever wonder why these little tiny like mom and pop stores or something like this, or something you really don't think is like a big deal, gets like million dollar sales, whatever, or somebody invests in it so heavily? It comes down to the reputation. It comes down to how it can grow on just that reputation. If you can brand a solid reputation into a product or a business or anything in any area, you're practically golden. And that's why people play double for it. It's hard to put a value on it, but it's worth a lot. It really is worth a lot.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
doing
weird.
He's doing his best to ruin Twitter's reputation, but he's tanking his own at the same time. Because now,
That's it.
when you say Twitter, what do you think? Musk.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And the Tesla people are not liking it.
No. If you know what? That's another thing. I don't know if it comes up in the article, but their stocks are falling based on Elon's reputation. That's why I say this is not a good idea.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like, he needs to get over himself, stop with the baby man routine, go get a change of diaper, warm up a bottle, whatever he needs to do. because it's really going to tank his future endeavors and the ones he already has out there. You know, that he does owe some respectable, responsive behavior to, you know, SpaceX, Tesla, the good ones. You know, he does owe them some respectability and responsive nature. You know, he can't be acting like a damn fool over here and think it's not going to affect everything else.
Exactly. And I'm sorry I keep laughing, but
No,
his
laugh.
head
My
keeps
fault.
popping
I
up.
know. I'm looking at it. And I'm trying not to giggle like a crazy person on screen.
I haven't touched my tea in a while because I keep laughing at that.
This is how the
Floating around.
producer sabotages us, Amy. This is like Dick going, I'm gonna have like I'll get you.
I'm gonna make her laugh, or I'm gonna make her
That's it.
spit her tea
Yeah.
everywhere. And
That's it. I'm staying away
sort
from
out
my
stuff.
coffee. I don't dare. It would be all over the screen by now.
It's gonna be. I know, mine too. It's bad. So, yeah. So we do have some interesting things here too. Twitter does make its API free for public announcement accounts. Twitter announced on May 2nd that it is making its API free for verified government or public owned services posting about public utility alerts such as weather alerts, transportation information, and emergency warnings. This comes a month after the company announced its new API pricing tiers. And also, a bug on Twitter causes legacy blue checks to reappear by updating your bio. It doesn't seem to matter what text you're adding to your bio. TechCrunch reporter Amanda Sieberling added a few spaces, then got her check back for a moment. It even showed up with the old text that designates that she is notable in government, news, entertainment, or other designated category. And she did not, in fact, pay for this. But once you refresh the page, it disappears. In fact, it's unclear whether anyone else can even see your check briefly reappear.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's always up and down. It's
see,
just a strange website.
He's making it free for certain organizations, but usually anyone that actually was contributing to the conversation that way in journalism, or all of the the judicial services for all the districts, like the superior courts and the state courts and the county courts, they all had free accounts and they all could post, and we would get those updates on indictments and arrests, or when they were missing children alerts, you know, amber alerts, you know, silver alerts, things like that. But they're going down because like it seems like he's limiting those free accounts now to only specific kinds, you know.
Exactly.
So how is that free speech? It's only like
Exactly.
Again, you got to pay for it, or he's got to have a vested interest in what you're doing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And these people who claim that they're free speech absolutists really aren't, are they? So I find that funny. But this is also something that I like that is interesting as well, because I have an issue with misinformation and disinformation getting out and people spreading it and posting it as if it were fact, and it's not. So especially like with anti-vax stuff, everybody knows how I feel about that. If you don't, I'm sorry, but you'll find out soon enough if we ever do a vaccine show. But yes, EU warns Twitter over disinformation. Twitter was confirmed April 25th as one of 19 major tech platforms subject to centralized oversight by the European Union's executives starting this fall, when so-called very large online platforms, VLOPs, are expected to be compliant with the Digital Services Act, DSA. But the commission has not wasted any time warning the Elon Musk-owned social network that things aren't looking good for staying on the right side of the incoming law. Sorry. In a pair of tweets, Vera Jourova, the EU's Values and Transparency VP, warned of yet another negative sign by Twitter, accusing the platform under Musk of not making digital information space any safer and free from the Kremlin #disinformation and malicious influence. Yeah. And this is also interesting too. Twitter now shows labels on tweets with reduced visibility. Twitter said that labels will be shown to both authors and viewers. Usually these tweets will show text such as visibility limited. This tweet may violate Twitter's rules against hateful conduct. The app's enforcement policy says that tweets with such labels will not show up in search results, recommendations, or timelines. Those tweets will be hidden in both the For You and Following timelines. Additionally, there will be no ads placed adjacent to posts with reduced visibility. Oh, that's sad.
Mm,
That website is rife with ads when you go through it now if you're not a Twitter Blue person.
exactly.
Yeah. Twitter restore. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Twitter restored Blue verification mark for top accounts, even if they didn't pay for Twitter Blue. Over the April 21st weekend, multiple top accounts with more than 1 million followers got their verification marks back. However, many of them, including writer Neil Gaiman, footballer Riyad Mahrez, musician Lil Nas X, actress Janelle Parrish Long, and British TV presenter Richard Osman, said they didn't pay for the blue badge. In March, the New York Times reported that Twitter was considering handing out a free verification mark to the top 10,000 brands and companies. It's not clear if the company is applying the same policy to personal accounts. Twitter removes government-funded news labels. Twitter has removed yes, because that was really tacky and really bad, and it just shows his thought process too. Twitter has removed government-funded media labels on all accounts, from NPR to the Chinese state-affiliated Xinhua News. The app even appears to have deleted its webpage explaining the government-funded media labels.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did that to the CBC, the BBC, and whatnot. And basically, we're trying to call them out as propaganda channels. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. I mean, and even, yeah, I mean, it's just insane. And it just fuels more fire for the conspiracists and things like that. It's just crazy. And then Twitter sends an email seemingly requiring advertisers to have a verified check mark, which goes back to that $1,000 a month for large corporations. Several users have posted screenshots of an email reportedly sent by Twitter, which states that starting from April 21st, verified checkmarks are required to continue running ads on the platform.
Don't they pay to run the ads anyway?
Yes, they do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
So
point of
isn't
having
there-
ads on there is they pay
Isn't
for
there
it.
like a verification process you would have to go through anyway? Like, why doesn't he? It's just
know.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pay me for the ad and pay me again to show it. Are you kidding?
I'm just that's definitely don't anybody come at me and tell me this is a small businessman anymore. No, don't do it. No, I can't see it. This is just dumb.
It is. It's
It's like-
ridiculous. It's just another money grab for him. That's what it
They're
is.
already paying you to be on the platform to run the ads. Okay.
Exactly.
And you're already getting the money, and now you're going to say, but you got to give me more money and jump through some hoops so I can let you pay me money to advertise. No, and this is why he doesn't have advertisers. He just treats them so poorly from the beginning.
And what the ones that do advertise on there are usually just crap stuff. That's just
Exactly.
it's the same stuff that was on Facebook that was basically kind of scammy.
You almost get the idea that there's absolutely no verification process whatsoever. It's all just about the money. If you pay me money, you can do what you want. If you don't, we don't care. We don't think if it's good. We don't care what you're saying. We don't care if it's left, it's right, whatever. It's just pay me the money and it'll all be cool.
Exactly.
So when are we going to see those suits against people that are he's advertising stuff that people get scammed and stuff? We're going to see that soon too.
Oh, absolutely. So that'll be good. Okay, so Twitter officially kills the legacy blue check marks on April 20th. The legacy checks gone. The app will have verification marks only for paid users and businesses, as well as government entities and officials. Now, if a user sees a blue check mark and clicks on it, the label reads, "This account is verified because they are subscribed to Twitter Blue and verified their phone number." Microsoft drops Twitter from its advertising platform. Microsoft is dropping the Bird app from its advertising platform starting on April 25th, nearly 2 months after Twitter announced that it will begin charging a minimum of $42,000 per month to users of its API, including enterprises and research institutions.
Oh.
Yeah, it moves mean users will no longer be able to access their account or create, schedule, or otherwise manage tweets through Microsoft's free social media management service.
Oh, wow. That's.
Twitter owner Elon Musk threatened to take legal action because Twitter Daily News said, Microsoft drops Twitter from its advertising platform as they refuse to pay Twitter's API fees.
How can you sue someone?
You can't.
You can't sue them for not buying your product.
I know.
Exactly.
Just like when he said he was going to sue the advertisers for not getting into advertising contracts with them. Like, yeah, that went really fast.
He's such an idiot.
Moron.
The man is an idiot. He's just
Next thing is like, hey, Elon, I don't like you. Come sue me. Okay.
The thing is, Amy, he's not an idiot. We know he's not an idiot, but what is going on?
He's not an idiot. He's just a man wearing an idiot suit, acting like an idiot, like all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Depends on what side of the bed he rolls out on. One day, okay, yeah, we'll do something good with SpaceX. The other day, oh, sorry, it's time to fuck Twitter up again. You just don't know.
Oh yeah, it's constant. It's always something at least once a week. It's really insane.
Yeah.
Before we go on, I have a super chat from that guy for $5 American. Says, how can I pay for all these effing rockets? And that very true. Good point.
Yeah.
Good
But it ain't
one.
gonna work because, like we said, with all of this scamming to get more money out of people are getting so offended by it. They're losing. He's valued at only 20 million now. He's not making his bills. He's 3 months behind in his rent. Come on. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, he was in San Francisco, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah, there's
It's
multiple
just
locations. You're right, Amy. You're
that
right.
he's not paying the rent.
What did he do with all the money he saved by firing or making it so unpleasant that 75% of his workforce left? Like,
Cocaine.
where's all that money? Where's all that money?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So to this tweet, he says they trained illegally using Twitter data. Lawsuit time.
Wow.
The man
No.
is just
Because they
goof.
use the Twitter app to show people how to use the Twitter app.
Mhm.
Could you-
Exactly.
okay, so like you want them to use the Twitter app and you wanted it promoted, but like they're not allowed to show people how to use. Like, wait a minute here. I can't wait. I hope this does get filed a lawsuit. That's going to be some entertaining reading. That's gonna
Yes, it
be,
will.
That's going to be
Yes, it
pretty
will.
entertaining. Yeah, especially when I see the Microsoft lawyers go back at it. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like-
that's too funny.
Oh my God. Yeah. Let me show them how to use Twitter without using Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, and before we move on to Dick, did you get anything from Streamlabs? 2 donations for $5. It's saying that there's some in there, but I don't know. But yeah, it's
You're muted, Dick.
yep.
Oh, sorry. I thought I
That's
clicked the
okay.
button. I can't wait to have a physical mute button again.
I
I'll
know.
It
I'll look
can't do everything for you, Dick. Come on.
But I think it's in delayed mode. I don't know if
Okay.
any are missing
We'll
or
get
not.
to
I'll
it
do
then.
some page refreshes and see what comes up here.
And sometimes it messes completely up and puts the super chats through Streamlabs for some odd reason. It used to do that to me too when I'd check and I'd look and it was the exact same thing as what was on there, and I figured it was more than likely a super chat. So
Yeah, we've had a
does that
donation then from Streamlabs from Elon Musk for $5. Keep up the good work, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, Elon. He's finally contributed to a good idea. Let's see if he's got any follow-up.
The only problem is his donation. He's charging us $42,000 for it.
Exactly.
exactly.
It's the charge
Per
back
month.
that's going to get us. Yeah. Like
Absolutely.
it just cost us 44 billion to have him give us like a shout out. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But the money's being held in trust by an Iranian prince, and he promises we will get it.
Either that or China, like
Yeah.
there we go.
There we go. President Xi.
Yeah.
This is lovely. Not. Twitter quietly removes policy against misgendering trans people. Twitter updated its content moderation guidelines regarding hateful content, removing a policy that prohibited the targeted dead naming or misgendering of transgender people. Enacted in 2018, the policy explicitly stated that it violated Twitter's rules to repeatedly and purposefully call a transgender person by the wrong name or pronouns. So that's pretty.
Why would
crappy.
you do that? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Why would
Yeah, but here's the thing. And then he went and made fun of it by going out there and saying, effective immediately, the word cis is not allowed on Twitter. You're not allowed to.
wow.
So he actually took a big swipe at the whole thing. He actually
did.
made a political statement. He actually crossed the line. He said he wouldn't by being neutral and offering a platform. His agenda.
It's full of shit.
It was disgusting, actually, and unnecessary. Like
Exactly.
I understand him saying that it makes good business sense that policies against hate speech don't have to be specific. And that particular policy was very specific. Okay. Well, the hate speech policy in general that Twitter has should cover that situation, correct? Like in regards to mispronouncing someone on purpose or purposely causing harm to them by dead naming and things like that. Hate speech and going against for a specific reason and target to people for a reason that would cover it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like anything, gay bashing or anything else that would happen on there, or going, they would think being misandry or misogynist and any of that, it could qualify under the hate speech. But it was very specific. So in a way, I don't support that he got rid of it, because he did it, number one, during Pride Month. It does look targeted and specific. And then to make tweet actually proved that it was targeted and specific when he actually went out there with that tweet and thinks he's so funny. I'm telling you, that's 12-year-old boy humor, Elon. It's not funny. Yeah. Okay, it wasn't funny. We weren't laughing.
Purple Rhymes with Orange says that a lot of this is directly due to the fact that he hates that his daughter is trans.
Well, there you go. But
exactly, and it's a political thing.
His daughter's happy. Who cares what Elon thinks about it? Exactly. Like, we don't care what Elon thinks about it as long as his daughter's happy. Well, here's the thing. When you look at who's making money off his advertising profiles, once you look like right there with his right-wing friends that all got their platforms back and get to say whatever bullshit they want against targeted at-risk populations. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah. And they're the ones, they actually got the kickback on the money. If that doesn't tell you everything, people, like, sorry, you're not looking. You're not looking. If that does not scream exactly what his agenda is, I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. Exactly. Yep. And we were right all along about the propaganda thing for his own thoughts on these things, which are usually full of poop. But we got a super chat from that guy for $2 says, pass the roughage. Exactly. Flush it out. Yep. And I do remember that. And again, it falls. I'm gonna repeat this ad nauseum throughout the whole freaking show. It's, that free speech for me, but not for thee. He keeps doing that, and he thinks it's a joke, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
Shows he's fucking ignorant.
So what's this,
exactly?
What's the situation like with Truth Social now? Trump's, Twitter thing. Is that still going?
Well, I think it was just indicted.
They did actually indict all of the records from there. It is owned by him as a propaganda machine, pretty much, and they've pretty proved it. But everything's been indicted from it for sure. Like you mean as far as discovery, Dick, in the case? Yes.
Well, I was asking particularly about free speech. I mean, is it all just right wing stuff, or is it left wing? And is there proper discussion, debate?
You can actually go there and have a good fight, because they will all fight you. But basically, the main posters and all, it is very right leaning, but that's what, when you
Very
know,
hard right.
why it was created and who's running it, then you know why. I mean, but they don't hide it. They are,
Right.
this is their platform and that's it. Like, you come in there to fight, you're going to get a fight. That's it. They're not trying to say that they're like unbiased or that they're reasonable about it. This is their
No, they
opinion
don't.
about it and that's it. And
But if you're
exactly,
but if you are extremely left wing, kind of like leaning, there's no reason why you can't have an account on there. And
oh no, you can get an account and you can post. It's just I would say
you'll get a
you're not
fight.
going to be part of the majority. Let's just say that you would be the minority, and I would say that some people on there wouldn't even attack you. I've had conversations with people that were kind of reasonable, and I say kind of loosely, because in the end they do end up saying like, if you get the hell out of here, but still, it went on for a while quite reasonably, I just asked for like, where is that opinion coming from and where did you get that information, and I'd like to look more into it, actually trying to understand where they were coming from on something, but it still turned bad anyway, because you just don't agree with them when you find out that the survey or the article or the study that they're using only had like 1,000 people in it, and it's 10 years old and it's been outdated like and redone like millions of times over, and credible source lacking kind of thing. But it still exists, and it's where Trump is actually putting all his stuff out, not here on Twitter.
No, he does, and it's an interesting platform. It's definitely very right leaning.
He said he's not comfortable on Twitter because Elon lets people talk bad to him.
Yeah, well, not only that, he doesn't want to pay 42,000 just to be there.
Yeah,
and well, that's true too. When I
not a free account anymore, he's no longer president. He's like, but I think I'm president. I should get the damn account. Like, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah.
No, and it's funny that when I very first got the app, because I have a Truth Social account, 5 minutes on there, and I encountered several flat earthers. It was pretty funny. So a lot of them are conspiratorial minded, and they're very right leaning.
Is it very QAnon-y?
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, sorry. A trigger word. I didn't say that. I'll shut up.
No.
Skip what I said, Amy. Get on with the article.
Yes, but before
it's true. With all that UFO stuff that was going around, it was really prominent over there on social media for a while. Like, it
was bad.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I haven't gone on lately. We have a super chat that I got to get to really quick because we've also got to cut it short tonight too. Dave Cernick for $2 Canadian says Musk. Thank you so much.
I love it. You know what? We have to make a funny little Musk little commercial or something sponsored by. It would be great fun.
Oh my God, that'd be funny. And then have that little bobbing thing you've got going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And have him dance to it. That'd be funny. Okay, so a little other section before we have to go. Twitter to label tweets that get downranked for violating its hate speech policy. Twitter plans to, quote unquote, soon begin adding visible labels to tweets that have been identified as potentially violating its policies, which has impacted their visibility. It did not say when exactly the system would be fully rolled out across its network. Typically, when tweets violate Twitter's policies, one of the actions a company can take is to limit the reach of those tweets, or something it calls visibility filtering. In these scenarios, the tweets remain online but become less discoverable as they're excluded from areas like search results, trends, recommended notifications, for you and following timelines, and more. Historically, the wider public would not necessarily know if a tweet had been moderated in this way. Now, Twitter says that will change. So, well, if it's violating the hate speech policy, just delete the damn thing. I mean, come on.
Yeah, don't shadow ban it. Just fucking get rid of it.
Exactly.
Well, that's it. Just get rid of it. It's stupid. 10,000 character long tweets for blue subscribers. I think we went over this earlier. I think it was up to 25.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can't even imagine like 10,000 characters. It's going to be all advertisements.
Oh, yeah. And Rand would struggle to fill that,
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Exactly. But this is interesting. So I'm going to go over this more. It's NPR, PBS, and a handful of other news organizations bail on Twitter as Musk meddles with account labels.
Yes.
A PBS spokesperson confirmed to Axios that PBS had no plans to resume tweeting after Twitter gave it a murky, government funded media label over the weekend. A few other news entities appear to have followed suit, including the prominent Boston NPR affiliate WBUR, Hawaii Public Radio, and LA based local news source LAist. The Australian Broadcasting Company, ABC Australia, Australia's Special Broadcasting Service, SBS, New Zealand's public broadcaster, RNZ, Sweden's SR Ikot and SVT, and Catalonia's TV3.cat were labeled government funded media weeks later, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And
somebody must have said something on all these places that he didn't like, and that's that. You get a label.
Yep, that's exactly it. And he did end up eventually, we did see earlier in the article where he did remove that later on, because he knew he messed up, because he lost a whole bunch of people. People are bailing. I mean, they just won't use the platform. And you can't blame them.
Well, honestly, a lot of people, they just go there to get these articles. Like we would see articles from PBS, or you and I see the Post, right? Or the Washington, or the New York, the New York Times or the Washington Post articles about stuff that's just coming out, like within the hour, That's what you use Twitter for, like the stuff that's just coming out, like right now and stuff like that. So you don't have to go scouring for it. But if you can't trust what's coming through, like if he's going to keep pushing people off the platform because he doesn't like what they say or what they represent, or who they're in with money with, or what deals or whatever behind the scenes is going on. If it's really about free speech, why is he picking on news organizations, media, and journalists?
That's exactly it. Well, yeah, because that's the new in thing for the right wing, is to go after media sources because they don't say what they like them to say.
And I don't think that Jordan Peterson, Matt Walsh, or Brent Shapiro, last time I saw, they were represented by a huge media company, but they weren't a media company, so they're getting a little bit more play and free reign.
Of course they are.
I actually got heat for actually saying to them, Elon isn't required to promote you just because you're here on the platform, because they were actually yelling at him for failing on some deal about something about promoting one of the videos that, well, I wasn't a fan of anyway. But still, I was like, yeah, you can be out here and promote what you want, but calling Elon to task, I was actually sticking up for him, because you're not getting the play that you want. When nobody wants to see what you got out here, that's not Elon's fault. Like, he doesn't owe you the advertising. He doesn't owe you to push. And people were coming at me like, how dare you? I'm like, it's true. Elon doesn't owe you that. Like, Elon doesn't owe that to you.
Exactly.
I don't care what the hell you're pushing. Elon doesn't have to push it. He's not supposed to push it. It's a free platform. You get what I'm saying?
Like, well, that's it. Yeah, it should just be out there, and if it goes, if the algorithm picks it up, it picks it up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean,
my God, I think I got called potato brain over that one, or some really stupid thing.
Now, the interesting thing is, we're still talking about Elon and talking about him being an idiot. He's not in charge of the company anymore. What's that new CEO been doing for the past month?
Yeah, but you know what? That's a little misnomer that she's like, she's pushing the paper on there. But if you think Elon's not on there twisting and directing things every damn day, he's on Twitter every damn day running this stuff. Just read Twitter. You'll see. He's the one causing the problem. Don't matter what she does. He's out here ruining the reputation on a daily basis.
But for her to take the job, that would be ruining her reputation too. So
well, I guess he's paying her well, and I guess she's not going to take her advice about him getting off the platform and shutting up so they can do what they need to do.
Yeah, that would help.
But she ain't going to do that, obviously. Because you're right, as far as business deals and all going on, she is going to take the brunt of it, but everybody knows Elon always hires somebody to take the heat for all of these mistakes in all of these companies that's gone. He did the same thing with Tesla. He's doing the same thing with SpaceX. He's get the idea. He puts it out there, but it's always somebody else's fault when it fails.
Maybe we just don't understand his plan.
You act like he actually has one.
I don't know. I don't know. He might. Oh, who knows?
Elon, give us
You're
your
gonna have to-
commandments.
You're gonna have to evidence that one on me because I don't see no plan out there at all.
Hey,
At
you know,
all.
God moves in mysterious ways, so why can't Elon?
Yeah, here's the plan: wake up and tweet. That's Elon's plan right now. It's almost like Trump's.
Yeah.
Wake up and just tweet whatever comes across his mind. It's out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. Oh, we just got a super chat from White Lightning 777 for $2 says, if you like True Social, you love Gab more. Oh, Gab is really
Oh,
bad.
that's really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Woo.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. So
That's
yeah.
an anti-vax hangout right there.
Blech. Yep, it is too. So that's that's a bad one. So yeah, I agree. Ooh, that's a really bad platform. That's where all the Nazis hang out too. So all the fun people hang out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have just one last thing before we go for tonight. And this one is Elon Musk says he only bought Twitter because he thought he'd be forced to. Because the other crypto crap is just boring. He just, everybody knows he
Yeah.
promotes crypto crap. So it's kind of so with all the CC boosts anyway. So Elon Musk gave a rare interview to an actual reporter late Tuesday.
They had to say that to an actual report. Oh my god.
I know. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Speaking to BBC reporter James Clayton on Twitter Spaces. During the interview, Clayton pressed Musk on whether his purchase of Twitter was, in the end, something he went through with willingly or whether it was something he did because the active court case at the time in which Twitter was trying to force him to go through with the sale was going badly. The answer was that Musk did indeed only do the deal because he believed legally he was going to be forced to do so anyway.
Lose lots of money. Yeah,
Yep.
it was going to cost him. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, and we didn't even get through that. I mean, there's actually a lot of scrolling left in this article.
Now, you see, the thing is, what Elon should have done, should have bought Twitter through Amazon, and then he could have returned it. No problem.
Exactly.
I think he should try that with some of these crazy ideas he's coming up with for Twitter. Return it before he even tries it. That would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make him bounce across the screen one more time
Sure. Exactly. Well, phew, that was a lot of stuff to go through tonight and a lot of craziness from him. So
here.
what is everybody's thoughts on tonight?
I have a thought. This is directly for Elon.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I love that kitty cat. That's so cute.
I don't care if he's an alcoholic. That's a cool cat.
Yeah.
He is. He's a cute kitty cat. I like his ears, how they lay all flat like that. That's cute. Oh my god. Anybody else?
I think I said enough.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Elon to pull the rabbit out of the hat and go, look, it's brilliant now. I had you all along, you fools.
Exactly. Oh my god.
We can
That's
hold
so
out.
funny.
We can hold out hope that he's that intelligent, but I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it seems to be, but who knows?
Exactly. Oh my god, that snail tank just made a mess all over it.
Yeah, that snail really don't like Elon.
No, he doesn't. Not at all. That's
I'm
the second
liking
time he's
this-
done that.
I'm liking this snail more and more today.
Here, one more time, because who could resist, right?
Absolutely.
I like the way he just sits there and waits for it, like he knows it's coming.
Takes
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
Look at his expression. Oh my god.
Okay, we're done with you, Elon. Go away.
Exactly. So yeah.
Wait, I have one.
Bye.
I thought of one thing, Amy. Though,
Mhm.
how soon before Elon starts mentioning the Matrix, like you know who?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. A Matrix got him.
Yeah, it's all the Matrix. They're against me. It's just because they don't like me. Yeah.
Exactly.
He won't mention it because the Matrix is created by two transgender people. So yeah, no.
No, that's right. Elon can't talk about that. He can't talk about that. He's got fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Free
it was
speech. Free speech. Yeah.
oh yeah, exactly. Good old free speech, one of those free speech for me, but not for thee. I love that. So yes. I do want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank everyone for all of your support. Thank you so much. It's been a great evening. So thank you everyone in the chat for coming and interacting. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone in the panel as well. I want to thank all the mods for helping out and doing such a great job. I want to thank CF Beauty too as well for doing such a great job with everything. Thank you so much. We can't do these shows without you guys. So thank you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with every one of those, you get a free toy with every show.
Yeah.
Free toy.
Elon Musk bobblehead here.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
We're gonna let Duncan can take care of that free toy stuff. Like, yeah, don't DM Amy and I over that. That's all Dunk. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just giving away all your old toys. You know the ones in your drawer. Yeah.
Yeah,
those
like I have any DK. I'm just okay.
ones. Not anymore. They're all given away.
Yeah, they're all gone.
They're all gone. They're all gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Good night.
Yes, good
Good
night.
night.
Goodbye.
Boom.
It's over. Go home. Go.